This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, one of the biggest cap stories of the night is come from Fat Joe. He says that Red Stripe Beer wanted to give him $2 million, and he's ran into the guy years later, and the guy was like, Joe, I used to represent Red Stripe Beer, and they wanted to give you $2 million. They wanted you to be the face. And he said this is when, What's Love and everything else was out. You know why this is the biggest cap story I've ever heard? And so I'm going to tell you how the guy couldn't give the check. So, Fat Joe, I forget what his affiliation was with Jimmy's Cafe, but he was chilling in there all the time. This guy came to Jimmy's Cafe supposedly in a suit and was looking for Fat Joe. Of course, Fat Joe was with how many deep? How many deep was Fat Joe? 100 deep, as usual. He rolls with 100 people nonstop, according to him. So the guy says, I got through the first 10 people, and they were telling me you can't speak to the Don. This guy, all of a sudden, Fat Joe is the Don, and he is the head mafia member of the crew TS. 10 more people. No! You can't speak to the Don. This is his story. After the next 10, they picked him up in a guy in a suit and threw him out of Jimmy's Cafe. Do you think that happened? Absolutely not. He said, the guy said, I had a $2 million check in my pocket for you. No contracts, nothing. No contracts, nothing. Now, how would this have gone? If they wanted to give Fat Joe $2 million to be the representative of Red Stripe Beer, what do you think they would have done? I think they would have called Atlantic Records, right? Wasn't he on Atlantic at that time? Because I think he had moved on from Loud Records, right? Atlantic Records, right? Don't you think he would have called the label that his albums are on? And they would have gotten in touch with him because they get a percentage of the deal anyways for hooking it up? Come on, man. This is how you know this is the biggest cap story. Now, the guy tells amazing stories. The guy should come up with Fat Joe should come up with a children's book or something like that, because my gosh, this guy is a storyteller like I've never heard one before. He'll take a small story. Maybe he was considered. Maybe this elaborate story is amazing. I gotta give the guy credit, man. It is amazing. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think of these Fat Joe stories? I mean, he's a great storyteller. We can't take that away. And he is a legend in hip hop. Been around for over 30 years. I mean, come on, still relevant, still being talked about, still doing interviews, still interesting. He thinks he's the most handsome man in the world, but he looks like the Marshmallow Man. Come on. This is what Fat Joe really looks like. This is what he looks like. He does not look like, he says he's a handsome Don. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. Peace.